Hello. In the last video you saw me prepping some of our beds after we'd taken our final harvest. And essentially it's what I'm doing here, but what I am having to do is something a bit different. Now, for those of you with our garden plan, this is plot 1. And this will ultimately be bed 3 in plot 1. This didn't exist up until last season. A year ago we decided to take the strip of grass that used to run all the way along here and indeed onto the other side into plot 2. It was a strip of grass about that big, and we thought, well, it's not really doing much and we can actually use that space to grow things better by giving us more space to put paths in to allow us to be able to walk between the beds. Seemed a great idea, so we took the grass up. We put our compost down and turned that into a no dig bed. However, what we did find last season, and if you go back and look at our playlists, because we had potatoes in here, our first earlies, and you can see that bindweed was coming through. Now, of course, it was unbeknown to us because this was just a grass strip, and I mowed it every week, so it's probably being killed off. So for this season, what I've decided to do is to put some cardboard down to exclude light for longer, and hopefully we can try and get on top of this bindweed problem that we just have in this strip here before it moves along somewhere else. So in this strip I've put some cardboard, and you can see I'm now going to put the compost on top. Now, if you were doing this a bit later in the year, of course, you could wet the cardboard before you do that, but actually it's February and it's going to rain. In fact, it's probably going to rain through February and March. Now, in today's programme, we should be taking a look at what you could be sowing and harvesting during the month of February. Hello and welcome back to the No Dig Norfolk Gardener. Now, it's a gorgeous day today, the sun is shining, and actually preparing those beds, I've actually got my hoodie off. Doesn't seem so cold anymore. Absolutely lovely. However, February is a month where we can get all of the season's weathers all in the same month. However, there should still be enough days like this when we can be getting on with things in the garden. So really the weather will largely dictate exactly what you can do. However, there is still things to sow during February and lots to harvest in the February garden. Now, you could be planting out your spring garlic and shallots into light soils. However, heavy soils will need a little longer to warm up before you can do this. Now, in most places it is still too cold in the UK to be direct sowing outside during the month of February. But during the second part of February, you could look to be sowing your broad beans directly outside, and things such as dill and parsley. However, whatever month it is that we wish to sow our broad beans, we don't ever actually really direct sow them. It's just a possibility. Rodents do love broad bean seed, indeed pea seeds too. Any pulse that they can dig into the ground and get a hold of, they will search out and find. So we tend to find it better here where we are to sow them into modules first and then plant them out. The month of February, of course, there's a few more things that we can sow, more than January. Now, that could include your salad onions, beetroots and broad beans, lettuces, radish and peas toward the end of the month. also spinach, cabbages and calabres, and also cauliflowers, aubergines and chilies. However, the last two, the aubergines and the chilies, they're going to sow them in February. They will need to be down in the house, either on a warm windowsill. In our case, they'll go on our heat mats because they will need heat to germinate. To be quite honest with you, everything that I would want to sow and everything I will sow this month, it will actually all go down to the house. Even the brassicas. They won't need to go on a heat mat, just on a windowsill. They won't take long to germinate because they don't need heat to germinate in particular. Once they germinate, they will come up here into our greenhouse, which is a cold greenhouse, and there they will grow on until we pot them out into the garden in 4 or 5 weeks' time in the lovely month of March. So what can we be harvesting during the month of February? We're going to start in plot 5 today, if only because I nearly always start down there in plot 1. But also plot 5 has seen some major changes since we were last here in January. In the first part of the plot you can see that I have managed to get some compost down there to start feeding the soil, and that's because onions will be going in there at some point in March. We still have some leeks to harvest. As you can see, we are working our way through them, and when we were here last we still had celeriac, and we said that when we'd finished filming that we would be harvesting those. And that's exactly what we did do. I don't know that it was on that day, it may have been 2 or 3 days later, but we've harvested those and they're now in storage. Celeriac keep really well. If you store them in the right conditions, they do keep really well, and we shall be able to use those for the next couple of months or so. Now here in plot 4, you saw in the last video that we still have purple sprouting broccoli. We're working our way through Rudolph's harvest with clarets yet to come. And I think we showed you a couple of videos back, a couple of weeks or so ago, where this calabres that we had the main central heads last October and the beginning of November, it's been throwing up its shoots. You can see it's thrown up a whole load more. And as I said last time, we tend to get this now every few days or so where it's throwing up its shoots, and we're able to enjoy that as a little bonus harvest. However, they won't be here for too much longer. They need to come out of the ground, and I need to prep this ground because in here we're going to be sowing our carrots. Now, in bed 3 of plot 4 we still have some parsnips, and if you look here, they are now beginning to sprout again, and that's a sign that you want to be thinking about harvesting those fairly soon, probably by month's end. And we are going to be harvesting these over the next week or so, so they won't be here for much longer. We can put them into storage and they will keep for some time. Parsnips will, and indeed if we wanted to actually prep some and freeze them, we can do that too. So we'll have the lovely taste of parsnip for some time to come as yet. I think when I was counting in here earlier, there's still about 16 parsnips to take out of this ground. And we've probably had that number of parsnips since November. Now equally, in plot 1, bed 1, you can see we have the remainder of our carrots. And they've been here, or we've been harvesting away since last September. So they've done really well. But just like the parsnips, they're now starting to throw up fresh greenery. So it's time to get those out of the ground. We'll get those into storage, and hopefully they'll just see us through these next couple of months until the ones that I'm going to sow into there, where the calabres is, are almost ready for us to be able to use, even if they're baby carrots. Now over there in plot 2, we still have some sprouts that we can be harvesting, and we generally have the harvest off those once a week. We're down to the last 3 plants now, but that should give us nice fresh harvest of sprouts through the month of February. And then in plot 3 We have the cauliflowers there that are not ready yet, but hopefully will give us a harvest next month and into the following month. Now, I do hope you've enjoyed this video today, and it's given you a few ideas of things that you can be sowing and things that you could be harvesting during the month of February. Might give you some inspiration if you haven't done what we've done to maybe sow those seeds this season, so that you equally have things to harvest at this time of the year. Now, as ever, please do leave us your comments. If there are other things that you're sowing, then do let us know. We do appreciate that people, obviously, the different parts of the UK have different climates, and you can sow things at different times. Equally, we must never forget that this video is seen by people all around the world, not just here in the UK, and you also have your particular times when things are good to sow. So do let us know in the comments, because then other people that follow our channel can read those comments and then they can get the same ideas. We shall see you next time.